Happy Easter, everybody. I want to make an announcement. I'm sorry to say that my name is Mac, and I'm living with an addiction. It's very hard for me to admit my addiction. It started when I was probably 8 or 9, and I remember the first time I picked up a comic book and I started reading, well, not reading, but looking at the pictures. I couldn't read very well growing up, but as I got older and I wanted to know what was going on in those pictures, so I taught myself how to read. For those who don't know, I graduated high school with probably a 8th grade reading level, and as a young adult, I taught myself how to read, sounding out words, looking words up in the dictionary if I didn't know what that meant. Like intergalactic and astonishing, those words were struggles to me, and I just basically wung it. So this is my first installment of my healthy addiction. So what I want to get into is some of the stuff that I've ordered online. I'm a big collector. I collect anything from Funko Pops to phone cases, action figures, yes, action figures, comic books, and things of that nature. If it's worth collecting, I probably have it. I have over 10,000 comic books. I have enough comic books to open up my own comic book store. So yes, it's addiction, but in my opinion, it's a healthy one. It helped me strengthen my mind and make me the fun-loving guy that I am with a super big imagination. So that being said, let's jump into it. So the first thing that I already opened up is Wish. Those who shop on Wish, Wish is hit or miss. It can be really good, and some of the stuff is really great unless you order clothes. If you order clothes from there, shop at your own risk. I remember one time I ordered a 2X shirt and they gave me an extra medium shirt. So shout out to that company who found a way to screw that up. So if you're going to order clothes from Wish, my suggestion is order it 2 sizes bigger than what you normally wear. Therefore you get the right size, but that's neither here nor there. So the first thing I have is a bunch of phone cases that I ordered, and I only have one phone. So before you get the cracking jokes about why do you need so many cases, I ordered them because they were cool. The first one is one of my favorite characters, Captain America. I think he's an awesome character throughout time. A lot of people think he's boring, but he's not. He's one of the greatest characters that Marvel's ever created. And secondly, I got a Thor phone case for my Samsung Note 8. So I got that for myself. I got a Batman case, and I got an Avengers case. These are mine. I ordered some cases for people for Christmas and birthdays, and they did not show up on time. Another thing about Wish, their timing sucks. So I got this for someone, I got that for somebody, and I got also these for somebody. I'm not going to say a name in case they're watching. I want to still be surprised. So what I have is I held on to some boxes that I get in the mail. So Marvel Collector Corp. And this is probably one of the better Collector Corp crates that you'll get in the mail. It's clearly worth the money. Not promoting them at all. I'm just a guy who likes to shop online and buy cool things, and they're one of the best. Some of them are hit or miss. And because I'm not sponsored by anybody, I really don't care. Loot Crate, you need to step your game up. When you first came out, you were really good, and then you became really bad, and you gave a bunch of crap in a box. So I do have some Loot Crate DX stuff, which they charge you extra, but if you want good quality stuff, you're going to have to pay the extra cost, which I think Loot Crate needs to fix that, but that's just my opinion. So let's get with the opening of the box. I ordered this online off of a website, off of somebody. So pretty cool. I got a Wolverine pen, which I think is pretty awesome. I got an X-Men, looks like a notebook journal type diary thing, which is pretty cool if you're into that stuff. I know with today's technology, no one really, likes to write notes or keep notes on paper, but it's still a pretty cool thing to have. I still do keep notes and still write on paper. One of the reasons why I ordered this because of this. Now I have Archangel, but I do not have this angel. So it's a Collector Corp exclusive. So I did get it. It's awesome. It's one of the things I collect. This will go on my shelf, my X-Men shelf, with the rest of my Collector Corp and Funko Pops. Also, too, at first I didn't like these rock candies, but they are pretty cool. So I got a Jean Grey Phoenix, Dark Phoenix. And there's a glare on there, but Dark Phoenix, rock candy. Rock candy, their product is pretty good. Again, I'm a collector, and the ones I did collect are really pretty awesome. So they put out a good product. And then I got some, looks like some toe socks. So I'm not going to open those now, but they have the spot where all your toes go in there, and they're X-Men, so it's pretty cool. So I'm going to put this stuff back in the box. I'm going to put my pops up later on the shelf, and it's a little bit too warm to be wearing the footy socks, but eventually I will break them out. So let's put that box over here. And two, before I forget, I do have a YouTube page, and if you could go on my YouTube page, it's Mac Macatro, and subscribe and like my videos. There's some pretty funny stuff on there. If you don't like it, hit the unlike button. I really don't give a shit either way. Thought I'd put it out there. I'm not trying to get famous, just a guy who likes to voice his opinion on a bigger platform. So let's get into it. So this is what I was saying, Loot Crate DX. Now the original Loot Crate, I stopped subscribing to it because they sucked at one time. I felt like someone took their leftovers and threw them in a box and mailed it to me. So I stopped getting them, but I did decide to get the DX. I get a 3-month subscription because it's been pretty good. So don't let me down if I open up the box and it sucks. I'm gonna be pissed. And I'm gonna write a stern letter to them and voice my concern and send a hateful email to them. Or get on Facebook and bash them, because that's what we do now. We don't have conversations with people. We don't pick up the phone anymore. Hey, how's it going, everybody? We don't get on the phone and say, hey, I want to talk to a manager. You screwed up my thing. We don't contact these companies. What we do is we get on Facebook and bash these companies like they really care. Yeah, bad publicity is bad publicity, but at the end of the day, they don't care if you get on Facebook and tear them down. They're multi-million-dollar companies. They could give a shit what you're saying. If you don't call them and voice your concern or write an email to someone who means something, a lot of times their Facebook is monitored by some underpaid guy who's just there to promote their product. So by you getting on their Facebook page and saying how much they suck, he hits the delete button because his job is to make sure that people like what they see. But I'm getting off topic. So anyways, I got a Bob's Burger long sleeve shirt, and it's pretty cool. Bob Burger show was actually pretty funny. I didn't like it at first, but it's an acquired taste. So it has Bob's Burgers on the side. I'll still rock it because at night, we're in New England, and 1 minute it's 85 degrees, and then the next minute it's minus 20. So it'll still come in handy even though we're getting into the warmer months. Archer's actually a pretty good show. I did not like it. Okay, where'd my knife go? Cool. I didn't really like it at first. Again, it's more of an adult humor. So if you're not into that stuff, don't watch it. If you're into, you know, offensive comedy, I say watch it. I know my kids like it. They're the ones who got me into it, and it's not bad. So here we are, Archer. What did they send me? So they sent me some Archer beer mugs, which is pretty cool. I think that's a pretty good design. I drink beer, so I will use this. I do use a lot of the stuff I get, and a lot of stuff I don't use. I put it on the shelf, and I leave it alone. I do not want to damage my collectibles. Some stuff just not meant to use, just for show. And then, let's see, let's get to this. Got some pins. I never use them. I got a box I put them in. If anybody wants these pins, I'll tell you what. Go to my YouTube page, you subscribe, and if you like pins, you just tell me in the comments, hey Mac, I love pins. I will give you some of these pins that I have, because I have about 100 of them, and I'm never going to use them. They're just going to collect dust. So there you go. I got an Archer pin too. If anybody likes Archer, I'll give it away. So one of the things that they're doing now is Loot Crate is they're partnering with other businesses. So here's something. They gave me a gift card for Hello Fresh Foods. If anybody's ever tried that, I don't know. I never tried it. I'm gonna try it. I got about $200 worth of gift cards that I need to use for them. I don't know if gift cards expire. If they do expire, I'm not really sure. So let me put that back in here. So the last thing I got is, looks like from Futurama. And this is pretty cool. Not gonna open it all the way, but for those of fans of Futurama, you know what this is. He's a pretty cool character. Again, that show is more of an adult comedy. I wouldn't let young kids watch that show because it pushes the letter. It you know, with the sexual innuendo and the blood and gore, it pushes it. I mean, if you want your kids to watch it, hey, who am I to judge you? I just know when my kids were younger, I wouldn't let them watch stuff like that. It made me feel uncomfortable. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. So with Futurama, it's a good show. I like it. I laugh when I watch it. Even though they stopped broadcasting it, but you can still catch the reruns on whatever network supports that. Let's see, this goes in here like that. Yeah, and I'm a bit anal about putting things away the way that they came. Everything has its place. So I'll put this stuff away in a minute. Just to add an extra bonus to everybody watching, here's me when I was a little kid. Not much has changed, well, except for the hairline and the facial hair. And I had freckles back then. I had a lot of freckles. And this is what I looked like. I probably in the first grade. Picture day, my mom was big on bow ties and making us dress presentable in our class pictures. And if I made any kind of funny faces, and Mom, if you're watching, you already know if I came home with a messed up picture, she was gonna get that tail. So just want to share that with you. Just having some fun on this Easter Sunday morning before I start cooking dinner. All right, let's go over here. Now the big boy. Gear and goods. So for all you parents out there who kids or teenagers or adults who collect these items, I'm gonna post a link of where you can get them, the website of where you can get them on my page. And this is good. The Marvel Gears and Good is good. It's not junk. They don't send junk. Even though it's Loot Crate, it's still the higher end of the good stuff. Like I said, if you get the $19.99 subscription, you're gonna get the $19.99, you know, worth of shit. You're gonna get a toenail clipper and a tie and probably some peanut shells in your box. So this is my last box for today, and let's see what we have here. All right, so this is a shield. So I got some cool UV protected shield glasses, which they're too small for my face. So I'll probably give them away to some little kid that I know who's like sunglasses. My face is too big to wear those. So I have a pen, a shield pen, which I think is pretty cool. I can put that on my winter jacket. I have a Hydra one like it. Maybe one side I do shield, one side I do Hydra, who knows. Or maybe I won't use it at all. That plastic. Again, another pin. So it's a pin of the Falcon and it says "Foom," like it's taking off. Foosh. So anybody who likes pins, let me know. If you want them, collect them. You want to put them on your backpack, put them on your kid's backpack, put them on your desk. You want to stick them somewhere where it annoys the shit out of your boss, let me know. Leave me a comment and I will do my best to get it out to you however I can. So let's see what we got here. So this is a bookcase. An Avengers bookcase, which is pretty cool because I have the other half of this, which is a Thanos bookcase. So it'll go really good with my hardcover books. Like I said, I collect comic books, but I also collect graphic novels of comic books. And that's not all I read. I read some other books, but I just prefer the fantasy because real life sometimes is not what they said it was going to be, and you need a little break to get away. So, you know, I don't really drink. I don't get high. I never did get high. If you get high, that's your thing. I enjoy reading and fantasy, video games, those type of things that give me some stress release and take my mind to a higher plateau, so to speak. So this is pretty cool. That way my books are not falling over in my office area. So we'll put that over here. And also too, I got this. Whoa. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. So I got this X-Men, original X-Men canvas collectible. It's a poster. And I got about 4 or 5 of these. I got to hang them up. I've been slacking on that. I got to hang these up. So I have those. Again, here's another giveaway. If anybody likes or plays these Steam games, I got about at least $70 worth of these gift cards to play online. I'm not a big computer game player. I play my PS4 on my tablet. But if anybody, again, yes, I'm plugging my YouTube page. You go on my YouTube page, Mac Macatro. If you like this kind of stuff, send me a message. Hell, I'll mail it to you if you like it, or if you want to re-gift it. I really don't care what you do, because all I'm gonna do is set it in a box, and I don't know if, like I said, gift cards expire or not, but it's gonna sit in that box until it starts to crumble and break into pieces. So on to the next thing. Now this is really cool. I'll be wearing this summer, and they sent the right size, so awesome. So it's a Shield Academy t-shirt. It's really good material. It's not cheap. I know a couple of companies, I would get t-shirts in the mail and it would say like Hanes tag sticking off it, and it is silk printed on there, and they charge me an outrageous amount. This is really good quality. They really took their time. This is the arm. They really took the time to make a quality shirt, not some cheap shirt that they bought at some secondhand store with a no-name tag on it. And the shirt, once you wash it once, it goes from a 3X to a minus 1X shirt, or extra small shirt. So this box was pretty good. It wasn't the best one that I've had, but it wasn't the worst. So like I said, having some malfunction over here. There we go. So that's that. So before I get off, I do sometimes movie reviews, so I'm gonna do a quick movie review on the movie Us. Now, if you've seen the movie Us and you liked it, hey, more power to you. Honestly, I was disappointed in that movie. I expected more. I'm not a big. I like horror movies. I like slashers, Scream, Friday 13th, Halloween, those type of movies where the house on the edge of the lake, whatever, something, anything to do with that. Don't Breathe, all that suspense thrillers. I like that. What I don't like is the demonic shit. I don't like the stuff that, oh, a little girl was possessed and we're gonna go in the house and see why she's possessed. No, I'm moving out of town. I'm not going to see why she's possessed, because guess what? I don't care if the devil or demon got her. Hey, they got her. I gotta go. I gotta roll. I'm sorry. I love you, but hey, you know what? And I love my kids. Y'all know I do. But if you ever got possessed by a demon, hey, it can't be both of us be possessed by a demon. I'm just saying, I pray for you from a distance. So that being said, Us, if you didn't see it, I'm about to spoil it for you. So if you want to tune off, tune off. I did a short review after I got out of the movie theater, after I woke up from my brief nap of watching it. It just seemed like it was rushed. It didn't make any sense at the end. What I thought what it was going to be was about the family, that one family. And I actually thought it was going to be deeper than that. I thought it was going to be about us dealing with our inner demons, and it wasn't. It went that direction at first, but then it was like, okay, it was like a secret society underneath the like a train or something, or a cave or whatever, underground city, and none of them could talk, and they were just pissed because they couldn't talk. Like it's not our fault you can't talk, you know. And the only plot twist was that the people under the street, the main character, she was actually the person under the street, and the person under the street who came leading the people from the street was actually the original girl. So it's confusing. You got to watch it. I recommend that you watch it on a streaming device, or you go on a Tuesday night where you can get a $5 movie, because if you don't, I think you'll be disappointed. I think that a lot of people liked it just because it was written by and produced by African American men, which he's brilliant. Mr. Peele is very brilliant. I love his work. I loved his show, Key and Peele. I watched The Twilight Zone. He's doing a great job. I never watched Get Out. Everyone says it was great. It's just not, I wasn't a fan. I didn't want to watch it. Not saying he's not talented. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, and you know, if you say, oh, well, why don't you do a better job if you can? I can't. I don't have the resources or the notoriety to do it. If I did, I think I would be able to do a better job. It's common sense. I understand there's restrictions on certain things you can and can't do on a movie. And I'm not saying he's not talented. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not being a hater, because what do I have to hate for? My life is pretty good. You know, I have a beautiful family, and I'm happy. I have a great job, a beautiful family. I'm not where I was, let's say, 6 or 7 years ago financially, so I don't have to hate. And that's the problem with us as a people. You know, we got this crab in a bucket mentality where if we voice our opinions against each other, we're hating, we're jealous, but we're also on the tail end, we blindly support stuff just because. And that's idiotic, just to blindly support something just because it's one of us doing it. Again, I think he's brilliant. I think that the stuff he's come up with is absolutely brilliant. I just didn't like Us because I felt like it was beneath his brilliancy. That's what I'm saying. I don't have to hate. I don't know him enough to hate on him, or know enough to hate him. One thing about me, people will know, if I don't care enough about you to develop a feeling towards you, then that's what it is. I have to give a shit enough about you to develop a dislike or a like about you. If I don't feel like you're worth even that feeling, then it just won't be a thing. I don't like again, I just don't like the movie. And I didn't like Aquaman. I watched it and it was probably the worst DC movie I've seen in history. And I know that's a strong statement, but that's my opinion. I'm a big fan of Aquaman. I've read mostly all of his books, all the animated movies I watched with him in it. He was a king, he was regal, and he was very powerful, and they made him a surfer. An adrenaline junkie, a surfer. And all they did is, the same mistake they made with Green Lantern, they made it where they didn't make the actor be Aquaman, they made Aquaman be that actor. They did the same thing with Green Lantern, and I'm not a big fan of Hal Jordan, but they wrote the script for Hal Jordan to be Ryan Reynolds and not Ryan Reynolds to be Hal Jordan. Those are two probably the worst DC movies of all time, and they put out some shit. Jonah Hex was okay. It didn't make much sense. That movie didn't make much sense. But I'm going on a rant about nothing. That's just my opinion. This video was about healthy addiction, so that's my healthy addiction collectibles and opinions. You know, I'm a bit of a dick when it comes to my opinion, and that's okay. I can live with that. So I'm going off topic here. Again, go on my YouTube page. Please subscribe. I'm not trying to be famous, just trying to spread my opinion and knowledge across this beautiful country we have. Shout out to my boy, the Donald. While you're out there smoking on that plumber pants, try not to ruin things for us non-plumber pants smoking people. And if those who don't know what plumber pants are, I want you to think about it, because I'm not going to tell you what I mean. When a plumber comes to your home and he's bent over fixing your pipes, what's the first thing you see? And as a kid, you were like, your mother told you, pull up your pants. I don't want to see your plumber's what? So when I say he's smoking that plumber's pants, that's what I mean. And I'll give you a hint. It ends in a K. That's my time. Thank you for tuning in. And if no one tuned in, that's okay too. I just do this because I felt like it. All right. Happy Easter, everybody, and have a good day.